I am lonely and without love, for I am longing for you. I hate that I know what she's saying. The song is so beautiful but depressing. However, I totally understand how she feels. My schedule is work, gym, home, and more work. And that's my schedule every day, except for Sundays when I hang with my friends or working with my mentees. There should be more. More to my life. We are creative, innovative, brave, intelligent, and successful, but dying alone.
But there are times when I'm like, what is it, okay? I'm attractive, I'm intelligent, I'm educated, I'm accomplished. At this point, I'm like, the hell with it. Look, you can't have my number, all right? No, we can't go out, and no, I'm not interested.
But that wouldn't solve the issue. And based on your personality type, you're not a quitter.
Dr. Jacobs, there's nothing to quit. Every time I think about Jerry, it's the only thing I can think about is how much time I've wasted. No, and look, no, location doesn't matter, all right? Neither does time, proximity, attraction, education, hell, even race. All right, after all the clubs, gyms, bars, churches, social gatherings, and networking events, and 20 years playing, I'm not even playing. I've been benched.
Who's made you so cautious? Your parents? Somebody else at home?
I was 17, listening to music, flipping through this dirty magazine with these muscle-bound white guys that had nothing to cover themselves with each other. The clerk at the store gave it to me as a freebie because she said I was a cutie. I was trying so hard not to let her see me looking down the right side of that aisle. Anyway, after I got home that night and being called in for breakfast the next day, my mama burst in. She lost her mind. I have never heard my mother curse the way she did. It's like I can still hear her saying, "We ain't birthed no sissy, and we sure as hell ain't raised no nasty faggot. And me and your father, we're gonna fix this." And to my surprise, they actually tried. My parents pimped me out to all the girls at the church, all the girls in the neighborhood, and anyone they could find in their social circles.
Did they ever talk with you about it?
No, never.
So who's the coach to one? Who's the coach?
The coach.
The coach. Earlier, you said you've been benched. Who's the coach? Who's deciding who gets playtime and for how long? Your mother is not the coach. Your father, your exes. Society is not the coach. You're the coach. You're in charge. Play the way you want to play.
Just find me a man that's intelligent, attractive, not crazy, and good in the bedroom.
Okay, so have you met a man that possesses all these qualities?
Yes, I've met a few. Perry, Brandon, Jordan, Camden, and Walter. And after exchanging numbers, first date, long phone conversation, they tell me they're in a committed relationship. I'm trying so hard to get into a long-term relationship while everybody else is either trying to get out of one or be halfway in.
So, does this man exist?
He exists because I exist. I know that sounds fairy tale-ish.
Go on, I understand what you mean.
Yeah, but you know, time, attraction, proximity, and you know.
And your apprehension and fear over the last 2 years.
Well, Dr. Jacobs, there is certain types of foolishness I'm not going to put up with.
Sure, you have a point, but some might say we each have a point of return.
You mean a point of no return?
No, I know what I said. A point of return. It's a philosophy of what we can deal with regardless of what happens. So when something happens in a relationship, you'll always be there. Citing the Clinton affair, within their relationship, they decided early on what their conditional statements were. So they implemented conditional statements early on in their relationship based on a mutual understanding they both agreed to.
So, Dr. Jacobs, can you give me an example?
Okay. If and only if you call and communicate with me every day will I feel loved.
So if I don't call and communicate with you every day, then you don't feel I love you.
Yes. So we need to uncover your conditional statements so that you're direct and clear on what your boundaries are moving forward.
So what about your marriage? Did you discuss or come up with those?
Yes, we did. But that's not why we divorced. At the end of the day, he just needed to find himself.
DJ!
Hey, Pop. What's going on? How you doing? I miss her.
I miss your mother too.
So what you been up to?
Well, Chantel asked me to come up and help her with her practice. So I've been going up there 3 days out of the week.
That's good. Got you in a new environment, keeping you busy.
Yeah, staying busy. I had to stay busy. How's work on your part?
Going good. I called to tell you, but you didn't pick up. Had a meeting with Marion, and they're interested in promoting me to regional vice president.
Boy, I know that's right. See, that's what comes from going in and putting in them extra hours and going to them work gatherings. People don't promote folks they don't know. We're proud of you. I'm proud of you. I miss her. These last few Sundays, I get dressed for church, I get in the car and I just sit there. I'm so used to her taking so long forever to get dressed that I'm still late. Sister Williams says, "You can't blame coming in there late no more, Sonia. Will." It's something, spending most of your life with somebody and then in just a fraction of that time they disappear.
I miss Mom too, Pop. After that meeting at work, picked up my cell phone and went to my favorites, called the house, voicemail came on. I heard her voice and Pop, all I could do was cry.
In between those moments of busyness, I feel like I need just one more day. Just one more day. It's hard to understand living and being alone.
Pop, you're not. What do you mean?
As far as you all define alone, I'm not. I haven't been by myself since July 6, 1973. But I am now, and will be.
But Pop, you got me, you got Chantel, you got the kids.
But I don't have my wife, my best friend, the mother of my children. I don't want you to be hurting like I have the last few months.
Hurting? I mean, what do you mean? It's not that serious, Pop.
You think I'm blind, boy? Your mother and I both realize that a part of who you are is not going to change. And more importantly, that it didn't need to.
Pop, okay, we've been down this
Let me
road.
finish.
Pop, we don't have to talk about
Let
this.
me finish. You have been alone too long, son. And every man needs a mate. You need someone to love, depend on, and uplift.
But Pop, look, I want to find someone to be connected to, I do.
But what?
But my work, family, friends, you. I got...
Boy, stop with the bullshit. If you can put work into all of us and your work, then you can put work into meeting a man who's worth spending the rest of your years with. Because the truth is, I or your sister might not be here on this earth. And the last thing I wanted is to die knowing that I left you here alone. Promise me, DJ.
I promise.
How many dates have you been on in the last 3 months?
I think I set a new world record. Does my best friend count?
No.
How about my niece and nephew?
Come on now.
None.
How long has it been?
2 years.
So, no one.
Not a soul.
Why?
After Jerry's, I couldn't put myself back in that place again.
Place?
We have expectations. Start to trust them and share your life with them, and before you know it, your worlds combine.
What's wrong with that?
It hasn't worked out for me.
Like I feel like I start to lose myself or like I'm being too difficult when I'm only asking for what I'm willing to give.
Give me an example. Where has this been the case?
Years ago I dated this guy. We were long distance. So I decided to fly out and take a leap of faith. Charles was a good guy. He was educated, but didn't feel like he had gotten to the place in life where he thought he should be. We began having communication issues and things unraveled from there. It was like where he first expressed interest in wanting to move here to Atlanta, he did some soul searching and realized that he had conflicting issues about me making more money than he did.
It's a very common situation. Very common.
The sentiment of my emotions.
Dwan, there was an experiment that I want to assimilate for you. It was done by a therapist who was trying to handle the issue of rejection. He couldn't face it. He was 40 years old. He hadn't been on a date since he was 16 years old. So he created this experiment where he went to a busy street corner and he stood on the street corner and asked every woman that passed in a 2-minute period, he asked them out on a date. Period.
Okay, I'm not standing on the street corner like I'm homeless, asking people to go on a date with me. Number one, that's pathetic. Okay, and number two, I've been on plenty of dates since I was 16.
And number 3, you're right. Dwan, what would you have me prescribe to manage this situation?
Look, Dr. Jacobs, I didn't seek your expertise to treat me like a guinea pig or to be so damn condescending.
Dwan, cut the bull and the melodramatics. Now, I see this as a great opportunity for you to learn to develop the skills to alleviate the tension you have created over the last few years in terms of fear and rejection.
What do I have to do?
In your case, I don't want you to be in control of who you meet. Reason being, you're an alpha male. You like to be in control. So, I want you to give me 3 people in your life who love you and who know you best.
You're not telling me something I don't already know.
3 people, Dwan. Give me 3 people.
My father, my best friend Michelle, and Antonio.
Okay, great. I want you to ask them to set you up on a date using the 3 conditional statements expressing your boundaries. Think of it as a Dwan application. Okay? This has to match up with the person they're setting you up with. So think about it and make sure you convey it clearly.
So you want them to just find me a man?
Do you remember a couple of weeks ago when you came out of the bathroom and you said, just find me a man?
No, I don't remember. I mean, I say that to my friends all the time. It's just a joke.
No, it's not a joke. This is your subconscious telling you that you're ready to relinquish control of your love life. So, why don't you allow those who know you best match you up with specific criteria you have in mind?
Yeah, I'm walking in now. Oh, Lord, it's a white man. I'm gonna kill Pops. Hey.
Hey, good to meet you.
Yeah, same here. So, my dad tells me you're at the trauma center over at Grady.
Yeah, I've been there for about 7 years now.
Cool, so how'd you get to Grady?
Well, sure, but first, what's with this application process your dad put me through?
Okay, how do I say this without sounding like I need to be in a psychiatric ward? My therapist thought it would be a good idea for my family and friends to set me up on dates based on ideas of common interest.
So you're a control freak?
Yes. How about you?
Well, I'm originally from LA. I did my undergrad at Rutgers, went to med school at George Washington. Thank you. Got an internship at Crawford Long, and now I'm a Grady.
That's great. I don't think I could have done schooling though. My sister, she's the champion. And I told my dad back in high school, dude, it ain't happening.
Hey, so what about you, career-wise? Your dad tells me you were just presented with a big promotion.
I work for Kell Lewis Marketing Agency. We do advertising and marketing campaigns for several Fortune 500 companies. Went to undergrad at NYU and taught high school right out of college for a while.
Oh, wow. How was that?
Life-changing. And that was no Joe Clark or anything like that.
Oh, my favorite part. Mr. Clark, Mr. Clark, Mr. Clark. He's like no father we have.
So you've seen the movie?
Oh, yeah. Back and forth. I find it hilarious.
So you watched it in high school?
That and saw it about 20 times at my stepfather's family reunion.
So he must be black.
I sure hope so. My brother was turning light brown like after 3 months.
So tell me about your love life.
Well, I was married, no kids. Now I'm divorced.
If you don't mind, can I ask you why?
It's cool. We got along good, loved each other. We were working towards starting a family. But I had to admit that Owen Caleb Jacobs was gay. She took it hard at first, and that's why our marriage ended. But we've remained friends. Enough about me, though, in my past. What are you looking for?
There's only one for me. No one else can touch me like you. There's only one for me. No one else makes me smile like you do. There's only one for me. Used to have wandering eyes.